Shalum, Shalum and welcome. Welcome to White Roads family. My name is Symmanayah, and these are the words I'm compelled to present before an awakening, set-apart nation. Before I get started, please be advised and read the following. What you see before you is a disclaimer. In order to be compliant with various media platforms, I must put this disclaimer on there. Please be advised, my brothers and sisters, of the information that you read. By continuing forward, you agree that you have read and to hold me harmless of any influence in or actions that arise as a result of watching, listening, and reviewing the content. The views expressed do not reflect the owners, management, and or shareholders of this media platform. These words are not addressed to children under 16 years of age. Also, let me say that White Roads family, this channel is not affiliated with any other ministries with similar names. On that note, my brothers and sisters, let's get started with the subject. In this segment, my brothers and sisters, I want to bring to your attention why it is important to recognize being drawn by Yahuah, lifting up Yahusha. For gatherings will be confirmed. You see, there are those who want to fabricate gatherings. There are those who want to fabricate or construct gatherings as they see fit, using their own wisdom, using their own cognitive factors, using their own skill sets. I say to you, O Yashar'al, there will be a gathering. There will be a gathering of those drawn by the Almighty Father to Yahusha Mashyach. And we will learn that lifting up Yahusha is paramount, for it is he who will influence our spirits and mind and body to come together and fulfill what is written in scriptures regarding being gathered from the four corners of the earth, regarding the 144,000 Abrahym, commonly known as Hebrews, along with a great multitude consisting of Hebrews or more Abrahym and Goym, other nations, or Gentiles, commonly known as Gentiles. It is he who will bring about that gathering of unity, the gathering that the scriptures speak of. And the way we lift up Yahusha is in our worship and obedience to the Almighty Father Yahuah. Pray and watch, because no man can come into the Father except by Yahusha Mashyach. Let us get into this segment, my brothers and sisters. And it is lined up with the color you see as a highlighter, to line it, to make it conducive relative to the different purposes that I've mentioned regarding the feast times. And so as with the Feast of Trumpets, it's a time of proclamation and declaration. I proclaim and declare, O Yashar'al, the need to lift up Yahusha Mashyach, the need to recognize, confirm being drawn by the Almighty Father to Yahusha. Let's consider the life in the following. John 14:26, of which I mentioned often. But the Helper, the set-apart Spirit, whom the Father shall send in my name, he shall teach you all and remind you all that I've said to you. The literal is, this is the Mashyach speaking to his taught ones. The spiritual is, it goes beyond just the taught ones, and he's speaking to us who are his children. My brothers and sisters, it goes on. I want to go on to John 6:44. No one is able to come to me unless the Father who sent me draws him, and I shall raise him up in the last day. Many people believe that that last day is the day before judgment. Many people believe that last day that he raised you up. It's only that. Pray and watch, my brothers and sisters. What's most important is that we recognize that we are drawn to Yahusha Mashyach as a result of the Father, the Almighty Father Yahuah. We will recognize that Yahuah and Yahusha are indeed one. Going on to read John 12:32, where he says, and I, if I am lifted up from the earth, shall draw all men unto myself. Yashar'al, my brothers and sisters, so many of us talk about a gathering. So many of us talk about the greater Exodus, the final Exodus. There are those who talk about a pre-trib rapture, which will not occur. There are those who have come to grips to know that there will be a gathering. And we are beginning to see the symptoms of an awakening nation hungry to gather in unity. Have you ever asked yourself what's causing that stir, that hunger? My brothers and sisters, let me continue. Consider the following. What is the set-apart Spirit's name? I say to you, John 14:26 lets us know it is Yahusha. How do we recognize the Most High Yahuah's drawing power? My brothers and sisters, we will experience a stirring within, a hunger, a desire, a thirst for set-apartness. And it will not only move us to seek out, to discern the life, the presence of the Almighty Father Yahuah. It will bring us towards one another. Those who will come to be known as the children of obedience, we will grow to know and recognize the Spirit of the Most High, his drawing power. We will begin to see the scriptures come alive beyond the letter and understand how to discern his presence within us. Have you given thought to how we will be drawn together by lifting up Yahusha Mashyach? Again, I say it is through worship and obedience. It is through discerning. It is through belief. It is through responding. There are details and processes that must and will come to be, O Yashar'al. Let me share something else with you as I continue. Matthew 22:29, and Yahusha answered, said to them, you go astray, not knowing the scriptures nor the power of the Almighty One. I say to you, O Yashar'al, we will become aware. We will grow in discernment. The discipline that is promised by the Almighty Father will come upon us, and we will learn to discern the power of the Almighty One and how the scriptures are brought alive to aid in our teaching, our instructions, to confirm that the actions that we are responding to are indeed in line with the Almighty Father. As the scriptures are made alive, they will confirm our actions. Colossians 3:17 read, and whatever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of Master Yahusha, giving thanks to the Almighty One, the Father, through him. Do all in the name of Master Yahusha. So many people are saying, I led this person to the truth. I did this. I did that. Some are even saying, get your mind right. Get your head right. Do this, do that. Void of discerning the living presence of the Spirit of Yahuah within us. Some are saying, you can't grow. You can't mature until you do this right, until you get your life right. Who do you think cleans the house? This vessel, this temple of the Almighty Father's Spirit that draws us to him. How do you think we become clean and set apart? How do you think we develop and grow and improve in worship and obedience? It is through the Spirit of Yahuah sent in Yahusha's name, working with our spirit to bring these fleshly vessels, these earthen vessels, into subjection. Remember, the flesh war against the spirit. And let me continue on, my brothers and sisters. It is important that we realize Yahuah draws us to Yahusha Mashyach, and he, as our teacher and our guide, our comforter, will indeed direct us, work in us, through us, one towards another. My brothers and sisters, what say you? Remember, the Spirit of the Almighty Father Yahuah comes in Yahusha's name. Those who are struggling, trying to understand and discern the knowledge that is being provided to prepare us for what is ahead. They're struggling because many fail to examine themselves and realize that it is the Spirit of Yahusha, that the Almighty Father set the plan in motion for us to acknowledge his word manifest in the person of Yahusha, his word in the sacrifice and resurrection, his word as he sent his set-apart Spirit in Yahusha's name. There's an order of service, O Yashar'al. Let us pray and watch. Let us ask questions. Let us vet one another, my brothers and sisters, for it is truly important that we do so. Yashar'al, my family, my brothers, my sisters, end times will prove that gatherings will occur. There will be a final exodus. Movement will happen intermittently. In other words, little by little. And then it will begin to ramp up in larger groups, starting to make their way towards the exit point, which I state often in the Western Hemisphere will indeed be the state of Virginia. The Commonwealth of Virginia will be the exit point for those drawn by the Almighty Father to Yahusha Mashyach, led by his Spirit, and gathered together. And we will get on container ships in mass numbers, my brothers and sisters. But when you compare it to the world population, it will be a remnant. And those outside the Western Hemisphere will venture to the outer borders of their respective countries, and they will find a gathering there before they too will begin to migrate towards that set-apart mountain, the true Mount Sinai, which is currently known as Jabal al-Laws. And I spoke recently how the Saudi Arabia government, for it is situated in the northwest quadrant of what's known as Saudi Arabia, how the Saudi Arabia government is finally opening that mountain up to an extent and allow tourism. These are signs of a release, my brothers and sisters. And in due season, we will see the set-apart mountain, the region of the set-apart mountain, as well as the set-apart mountain. We will come to understand that it is indeed within the borders of the promised land. It is indeed the final place where we will go and wait physically for the physical return of Yahusha Mashiach. There will be a final exodus. Pray and watch, my brothers and sisters. And as we find ourselves becoming more and more obedient to the Spirit of Yahusha, we will recognize that there are tasks given to each of us to contribute towards the bringing of realities to this journey. You see, and when I say realities, it's easy to talk about end times. It's easy to say what we believe. It's easy to believe that we will be gathered. But are we responding to the very thing we say we believe? Are we discerning the actions that's equipping us and preparing us? Are we starting to act as those that are being awakened, knowing what is necessary to come together? Pray and watch, O set apart brother. Pray and watch, my sister, set apart by the Almighty Father in the name of Yahushua. For end times will prove that as we walk in obedience to the Spirit of the Almighty Father, this will prop up Yahushua, and he will stir our spirits, and he will gather us. He will soften hearts and harden hearts. He will remove obstacles. We will find ourselves leaving some behind. We will find ourselves purging some from our ranks. Pray and watch, O Yashar'al. And remember, there are watchmen among us. Yes, my brothers and sisters, there are watchmen. And I spoke of this before. Watchmen led by the Spirit of Yahushua are among us. Read Isaiah 21:6. Read the entire chapter of Ezekiel 3. No, my brothers and sisters, watchmen carry a burden as they are recipients of what's to come. Let us pray that we're able to discern what truly is ahead and what is expected for us to do before such cataclysmic conditions hit the areas that we are currently in. Let us know how to respond. Let us know who we must be with and who we will be without. Let us prepare to manage our emotions, our feelings, and respond with accuracy, O Yashar'al. Let us be among those who discern the presence of the watchman and know how to respond. Pray and watch, O Yashar'al. My brothers and sisters, to the drawn of the Almighty Yahuah, drawn by the Almighty Yahuah to Yahusha, he has given us eyes to see and ears to hear. There are physical eyes for seeing. There are physical ears for hearing. But there is the spiritual eye within. There are the spiritual ears within. My brothers and sisters, we have a spirit, a living spirit within us, within this tabernacle. And as we grow in maturity, we will grow to discern why we must lift up Yahusha Mashyach, why we must prepare for that gathering, that final exodus. There are plans going forward. And White Rose family, my brothers and sisters, I have highlighted in bullets things to expect in the plan. I will show you again these bullets, my brothers and sisters. Set apart plans exist. They require relocation and lifestyle changes. There will be those included and those left behind. The plan consists of building a set-apart team of leaders, vetted, proven to be led by the Spirit of Yahusha, develop an information and resource center designed for those who are growing in set-apartness, those who are being drawn by the Almighty Father to Yahusha Mashiach, those who witness and experience and take part in the guidance from the Spirit of Yahuah. The plan consists of building a team with individuals with diverse skills, acting as mentors to the young, the unlearned, the undiscerning, vetted as well. The plan consists of purchasing land in Virginia as an exit point when mass movement began, and get ready to board the ships and leave towards the promised land. The plan consists of identify and support safe zones as migrations begin, to provide guidance and support for completing the journey. Each of us will have a journey to take. Some will complete reaching the promised land, and some that journey would be just moving out of the way where we are now, out of the way of destruction, into an area where we may face death for Yahusha's name, or we will be the last voices that an individual hear regarding what must be done and what is occurring. A plan to provide guidance for the inner court life. My brothers and sisters, when the scriptures speak of the inner court, it speaks of the court of Yahuah, the set-apart children of Yahuah. Anyone who is not a part of the set-apart family of Yahuah, the children of Yahuah, is considered a resident or a person of the outer court. Pray and watch. Seek to discern, my brothers and sisters. Seek to discern how to respond, when to respond, what must and will come to be. Yashar'al, O Yashar'al, with all plans, there are costs. There are costs that we will see. And I'll just say, pause this slide, for I know that the Almighty Father will indeed harden hearts and soften hearts. There are costs we must consider, whether it be time, money, energy, resources, or supplies. And I use the term use it or lose it, because when the mark of the beast comes, when economies collapse, all wealth will no longer be what you think it is. True wealth will come with those who have possession of fresh water and food and a safe place. Use it or lose it, my brothers and sisters. Pray and watch. Even the skill sets that we have, the resources that we have, the training that we've received, and whatever expertise we have come to acquire, it has been at the favor of the Almighty Father. Use it or lose it. When famine and pestilence come, the sicknesses and disease will cause individuals to not be able to do what they once could do in times past. Use it or lose it. Seek to discern who it is you should be with. Seek to discern if you are being called to lead and guide. Seek to discern if you are called to teach, to be a mentor, led by the Spirit of Yahuah in Yahusha's name, to bring about all that is necessary. Use it or lose it, my brothers and sisters. Reality or fear-mongering. The decision you make, the fruit will come to visit you. My brothers and sisters, I say again, I proclaim the need for us to recognize being drawn by Yahuah to lift up Yahusha. For gatherings will be confirmed. Many, believe it or not, gatherings have begun. And soon and very soon as end times ramp up, we will see more. My prayer, O Yashar'al, is that we do not get caught in the congestion of those who are embracing a sense of urgency when death and destruction comes, when earthquakes and storms come, waiting for the fire, waiting for tsunamis. Look around, my brothers and sisters. Even now you see examples of pileups on highways during times when people are traveling the most. We see incidents where some people never reach their destination, for they are killed in the congestion, in the chaos. Belief puts you ahead, my brothers and sisters. Belief and discerning what the Spirit of Yahusha is saying will put you where you need to be. And for those of us who may face physical death in the midst of widespread destruction, we know that once we depart these earthen vessels, our spirit goes back to the Almighty Father, that place of rest that he will have us to be until resurrection time. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, I salute your patience, your strength, your hunger for set-apartness, your thirst to discern the voice of the Spirit of the Almighty Father. I pray that we're able to respond with correctness, with accuracy, timely. Yashar'al, ask questions. Seek out what is expected of the one in the mirror. Seek to discern and respond with accuracy, my brothers and sisters. While we can, let's do what we can as we are led and directed. Until next time, I salute you, O set-apart awakening nation. I salute you, my brother, my sister. This message reached you for a reason. Seek to discern what that reason represents. Seek to discern what you will be held accountable. What is your responsibility after receiving this? It's up to you, my brothers and sisters. It's up to us to seek to obey the Almighty Father, to respond to his drawing power and lift up Yahusha and watch him work in us, through us, one towards another, to bring about the 144,000, 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes of Yashar'al, 12,000 Abrahym, commonly known as Hebrew, and Goym, within the great multitude. The 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes of Yashar'al are indeed Abrahym. No Goym in them numbers. But the great multitude will have Abrahym and Goym of the nations together, a great multitude that will represent a remnant. Pray and watch. You see, my brothers and sisters, and I know I was wrapping up, but I'm compelled to tell you, some of you may not know the specific tribe, for the conviction will come for those who will represent the 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes as mentioned in Revelation 7. For all others, my brothers and sisters, you may know that you're Abrahym, but may not know the tribe. But know this, all others make up that great multitude that will be along with the 144,000. And this consists of both Abrahym and Goym, Hebrews and Gentiles, made one who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father, made one by Yahusha Mashyach. On that note, let's lift them up, my brothers and sisters. Let's seek to discern. Let's know what it means to yield to one another, subjecting ourselves one to another, as Ephesians 5:21 mentioned. It's beyond just husband and wife, my brothers and sisters. For we are vessels that are indwelled with the Spirit of Yahuah in Yahusha's name. Link with our spirit, being disciplined as he clean house, as he refine us to that moment and point, to such time as these bodies are led to rest and go back to the earth, and the spirit is set in his possession to rest until resurrection day. On that note, I say to you, O set apart family, Shalum.